That's the full moon, nearly full moon. It's just a day over, but just setting. It's quarter. I'm still in jolly old Alnwick. Birds of the air have nests, foxes have holes, but I have nowhere to lay my head. Well, I've lain my head in St Albans for 2 years actually, and I've had a place for 9 months, what I deem my Christian place, and that has now looks like a closed door, quite frankly. The neighbours are hostile, but the council are getting hostile. Well, you can't win against them. And the old bill and the authorities all, as it were, ganging up against me. What's the definition of paranoia? All after me or something. Excuse me. Now, the thing is, I get a telephone call. I'm at Alnmouth on Monday yesterday. It's Tuesday now, the 4th of August 2020, Market Square, Alnwick, Northumbria, England, from one of them, a new little council person, and she says, we had some more complaints made about you on last Thursday, and I was up here. So wherever that came from, it could be an invention of the council just to give them a second excuse to get rid of me, or it could be the neighbour, who's a nasty little bit of work. But it doesn't matter. The fact is, there it is. They want to sort of shuffle me on. Well, they've given me, in the first instance, recognition to have me fully housed within St Albans. That's what I have. I haven't actually printed it, but I have that document under the housing, all this stuff. So they've got to house me. I mean, I've been in this temporary homeless accommodation. I'm always a Christian on a pilgrimage. I've never thought of myself as homeless. But as I say, Christ said, birds of the air have nests, foxes have holes, I have nowhere to lay my head. Well, that's just different. I'm sorry. I'm not just, as it were, I don't think I'm anything special, but I'm not your average homeless person. Full stop. So, now, 56 days it's meant to be, and that was on Tuesday the 22nd of October last year, 2019. So 9 months and a bit more, and I've still got a key to the front door. I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. So, Jolly D, I've done well then, haven't I? You know, I'm just sitting there anyway, not really doing much. I've been very creative in my films, but again, no one watches them. The coronavirus is absolutely kicking in. COVID. This blasted man in America has just got his eye on his re-election as President of the United States of America, and he's awful. I mean, on the BBC, well, I get a television here, so BBC News, it's called Dateline. They discuss stuff, world news and politics and all the rest of it. He might just engineer a little war or something to take local America's, the indigenous American people living in America, take their eye off the ball. I mean, it's a classic thing, old Galtieri of Argentina. with the Malvinas, the Falkland Islands, and Britain, and whenever it was, 1982, Mrs. Thatcher and all of that. It's a classic ploy by failing leaders to generate kind of nationalistic sympathy, to declare a war on someone. So that's on the cards. There's COVID all over the show, COVID-19, getting worse. He's still in denial, Mr. Trump. I think he's going to sack yet another top medical advisor. I think the figure that passed by that I caught was America has 4% of the total world population and 23% of total world deaths or something. So that's a factor of 5, isn't it? More. 5.5. Ouch. And it's clearly hurting, and he's on about this postal ballot business because he knows it favours the Democrats. I'm not really into American politics. He's a Republican, I think, isn't he? Trump. Awful man. So what are my little troubles? Well, I'm fine, actually. Quite frankly. I've blessedly had this little windfall on a sort of... So I've got some money in the bank. I've got a hotel room still. Got a train ticket down, so I can still go down there. I don't think they imminently are going to sort of... So I suppose I'll do that and then see what comes, really. I certainly don't trust the situation there anymore. It's just... If they can accuse me of doing stuff and I'm way up here in Northumbria, they, whomever, and it's believed, that's the problem. Where there's smoke, there's fire. I meant to have done something untoward on last Thursday. Well, if that matter ever came to court, it's actually called perjury, whomever made the allegation, and conspiracy to pervert the course of justice. That Aitken Walker fellow, I think that's the name, isn't it? Went to jail for 2 years for this. It's serious stuff. Well, I don't want to get caught up in that, so I'm off. I'm like that seagull, flying free. I think that's about it, really. Catch you later. Bye-bye, moon. Bye-bye, moon gone. Setting moon, rising sun. East that way, west that way. Ciao, ciao. You can't keep a good man down. Cheerio.